sitting here thinking about all the things that we've been through. I can really understand why we fight the way we do. Every time I close my eyes, I'm ashamed by the things we've said. We act like there's no love at all by the games that we both play. Taking trips in the whip all alone, watching TV at the crib without you, feeling like a dog without his bone. Girl, I'm miserable and hurt without you, baby girl, can you feel my pain? I don't really wanna live without you, wanna give you my last name. I want you.
Everybody, grandest of risings, grandest of risings. I was just asked a question, everybody, and I want to ask you all that because Emerald Dice is asking who would win a fight between Tokyo Tony and Miss Tina Knowles. I think Miss Tina Knowles got that all day long, okay? Not to say that Tokyo Tony is a punk out in these streets, because I don't believe that, but I just believe that with the charisma and the ladylikeness that Miss Tina got, that charisma, something that you can't buy. I mean, Tokyo Tony is a different caliber. Not to say that she's less than Miss Tina, but I just think that she ain't got what Miss Tina got, okay? There's a little bit of class and decorum. What's that word that's going around? Demure. She's a little bit more demure than Tokyo Tony is, Emerald Dice. But thank you for asking that question. And Grand Rising, everybody, come on in, come on in, come on in the room. Come on in the room. We are here this morning. I want to first start out by saying rest peacefully to Quincy Jones, everybody. Hey, Lolo. Hey, everybody that is coming in this morning. I woke up this morning and heard the news that Mr. Quincy Jones has transitioned over at the ripe age of 91 years. Everybody, love the colors in your room. Thank you so much. Pink is my favorite color. Quincy Jones has transitioned over, everybody. What are your thoughts on that? I really just wanted to open up this discussion to talk about his life and legacy. Because I mean, if you are living and breathing today, unless you've been under a rock, you should have at least heard Terminator 13, who Quincy Jones was. Unless you, again, have been living under a rock, you should have at least heard of who Quincy Jones was. Emerald Dice, I'm going to encourage you just to do a simple internet search and you can find out who he is. And happy birthday, Sherry. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Happy birthday to you. I hope you have a wonderful day on purpose, Sherry. So let's get into who Quincy Jones was. I can't believe he was 91. He didn't look like he was no 91 years old, y'all. At least not to me. Did he look 91? Nope. Not to me either. He was born March 14th, 1933, everybody, and he actually transitioned over in Bel Air. He was born in Chicago, Illinois, and he became, like they're saying, AP News is reporting that he's a music titan. He's produced people such as Michael Jackson, y'all. I'm not accepting any co-creators, but thank you so much right now, Hafiz. I mean, just right off the bat, everybody, you can think of Michael Jackson because he produced him. So Quincy Delight Jones, I didn't even know that was his middle name, was an American record producer, songwriter, and composer, arranger, and producer. His career spanned 70 years. Y'all, some of us are just trying to make it into like 5-10 years, and he was blessed to have 70 years with 28 Grammys. Okay. She said, yeah, I think he was in Boston Public with Tamara Gray from American Idol. I don't know about that because he was 91 years young. And he's a Grammy Legend Award winner. He won that in 1992. Let's see how many children he has. So he has plenty of children, y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has 6 children. He's been married like 3 times. You can look at what I mean. We have a lot to say. When I think of him, I think of The Wiz. Immediately when I heard about him, I thought of how he was able to bring movies like The Wiz to people like us, to make it in black. Like he made The Wizard of Oz, this classical movie, into something that we could relate to. Okay, Emerald Dice, I don't know what you got going on, but Grand Rising Diamond Face, people just coming in with the spam this morning, I see. People are just coming in with the spam, but come on and join us. I'm not feeling well today, so I guess you're not feeling well, so you go try and push that on over to us. Imani Couture, that's what he's trying to do. Mindy Media, Ariel, that's what he's trying to do, but oh, to the well, y'all. I am going to keep on talking about Mr. Quincy Jones. He was around when it was the Jackson 5s, and he was pivotal in bringing the Michael Jackson that we grew to know and love outside of the Jackson 5 to us. Some of his best known credits is the Thriller album. Me and my daughter were just talking about that a little while ago because she was thinking, wow, to be a time. So, what is it? Halloween just passed, y'all, right? And a lot of people during that time, when Thriller came out, it came out actually a month after Halloween had passed. But during that time, I remember people dressing up as that Michael Jackson, that scene in the characters that were in that Thriller album. I would love to play it, but I know I'm going to be shut down if I play it. Thank you so much, Diamond, for that. I would love to play it, but you guys do a simple internet search. Go to YouTube and look up Thriller. Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones was pivotal in bringing that to us. And I can remember when it dropped. I can remember when it dropped. Wasn't it like a big thing? It was like a big thing when Thriller dropped, y'all. Oh, yep, the We Are the World album. Oh, yeah, Tevin Campbell. You know? Oh, I forgot about Tevin. I remember when Tevin Campbell came out, when he brought him out. And I remember thinking when Quincy Jones was bringing all these acts to us, everybody, I remember thinking, wow, like he was so much older, but he was still, hey, JD, Grand Rising to you, but he was still working. And I remember thinking, man, if he's this big old age, because obviously that was 40 years ago. So he would have been the age that I am now, y'all, almost 50. When he was doing all of these things. So I say that to say, JD and everybody else that's on here this morning, that time does not wait for anybody. But at the same time, just because you are of a particular age does not mean that you can't do what it is that God has purposed you to do. Okay. Because he was still doing things. He still has executive producer credits from like what, last year, y'all? What was the movie that we just, hey, Sweet Potato, yes, rest in peace to Mr. Quincy Jones. It was something he just produced within like the what, last 5 years? Like he was still working.
His credits for the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Fresh. Oh yeah, that is right.
Will Smith.
The new one. The new one, y'all. So again, everybody, like I said, it does. Sometimes we just start late. You think? Sometimes we just get started late. I got started late. I couldn't figure out who Vet was until my kids were grown, and my oldest is 31, y'all. So again, I say that to say, don't be worried thinking that you're dragging on yourself. Some of us do be, but don't be worried because it's not seeming to happen right away for you. Because listen, Mr. Quincy Jones, for Sweet Potato said, for me, it's the color. I forgot about the color purple. And Oprah, thank you, Sweet Potato. I forgot about that. And she talks about how he discovered her. And I was hoping that he was discover me. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. When I started this process back in 2018 and I heard Oprah say that he discovered her, I was like, oh, Mr. Quincy Jones, I hope that you can discover me too. Right?
Loves me some Harper.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. The color purple. Aren't they remaking that? Yeah, they just remade it because Fantasia is in it. Did I see it? Yep. Yes, I did, because it's more of a musical. Hey, Rachel. I gotta get you. I gotta reach back out to you, Rachel, so I can get you on the show. Everybody, make sure you are following Rachel, especially if you are into self-development and fixing yourself. All right. I know you heard my secret garden. Yes. What's his name? Sweet Potato. What? Barry White. Yes, my baby boy sounds like Barry White. Yes, Secret Garden. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Love Keisha. Hey, I love Keisha. Grand rising to you. Grand rising to you. We just having a simple conversation about the life and the legacy of Quincy Jones and who he was to many of us. I want to ask everybody out there, when you hear the name Quincy Jones, what does that mean to you? Like I said, for me, it's the Wiz. You know, Sweet Potato said for her, it's the color purple. For some of y'all, it might be We Are the World. I remember singing that in 6th grade. It was We Are the World. You know, thank you so much, Love Keisha. What a mix. What a mix, right? What a mix. Quincy Jones is what people right now today are aspiring to be or afraid to be, because he was executive producing movies. He was executive producing music. He was even on stage. Didn't he have some stage plays too? Let me get into let's get into what was Quincy Jones best known for. His biggest success in this style was his work with Michael Jackson. This is what they're saying on the internet, everybody. Thriller remains the biggest selling album of all times, while Jones' versatility between Off the Wall, remember Off the Wall was his first album, and Bad allowed Jackson to metaphors from the disco to the ultra synthetic funk rock. That is what's being said on the internet. Now I'm going to go into some more news. Let's talk some more about who he was. USA Today is calling him a music titan. Hollywood Reporter is saying that he's the master of all things, and he was. And you know what else I'm so happy about? That he was able to transition over, and his name is still relatively clean. Relatively. I'm pretty sure there's some stuff that may come out, but for the most part, his name is still relatively clean. So people was reporting that he was saying that he told his daughter, and this too is also important. We Are the World, Sweet Potato said. Sweet Potato said also Thriller. Yes, all of those. And he was surrounded by his family at the time. And he told his daughter in a final Instagram post that he was proud to be her father.
And he was also a black conductor.
And a black conductor. Okay.
Not to a train, but to an orchestra.
His career spanned over 70 years, y'all. Man, some people don't even make it to 70 years. And to have a career span over 70 years, he was able to not only see Barack become president, but he was also able to see Kamala accept her endorsement as president of this United States. And if all be well, we can see her also become the president of this United States. Sweet Potato said, also got with Frank Sinatra. Yes. In the movies, can you imagine the executive meetings that Quincy Jones was privy to, y'all? Could you imagine that? Black excellence, grand rising, the godfather of Black arts and music, Yes, the godfather of Black arts and music. Yes, I would second that. Black excellence met with Barack and he gave him the medal. Man, yes. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Sophia. Come on in, you all. We are having a conversation and just remembering the life and the legacy of Mr. Quincy Jones. He paved the way for so many of us to even do this, even podcasting, y'all. Even this, he paved the way for this. He may not have been physically in podcasting, but he paved the way so that we can break open these doors. He was pivotal in that movement. Hey, D-Mott, you know I had to open up the show with you. I had to open up the show with you, D-Mott. Grand rising to you, wishing you many peace and blessings. We are talking. I would like your take, D-Mott, especially in the space that you're in, on the life and legacy of who Quincy Jones was and what he meant to even you coming out of Buffalo. You know, what that meant for you seeing someone like Quincy Jones just be this person that he became for us. You know, like I had said, it was the Wiz for me. When he brought that to this, I can remember being over my cousin's house waiting for it to come on. And it was nighttime. I think it didn't come on till 8, and it was like a Sunday, y'all, that it came on. And it was just seeing Diana Ross and Michael Jackson just be something. Because a lot of times, if you grew up like I did, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, you didn't see representation for us. So to see that type of representation in a movie, a remake of something like The Wizard of Oz, just was phenomenal for me. I know. How was that for you when you saw The Wizard of Oz?
That was crazy. It was, some of it was filmed in Brooklyn at that too.
Was it?
Yeah.
Did you get to see any of it?
2 blocks they filmed on.
Oh wow, that must have been something. The Q, Sweet Potato said, yeah. Man, y'all, yeah. So he was 91 years old. I can't believe 70-year career span, y'all. 70 years. Oh my goodness. Oh man.
He basically was the only one in history that can actually bring, that type of entertainment together. Black and white performance.
Do you think there's another Quincy Jones out there right now? Never.
We're not even on that same page anymore.
Yeah. Sweet Potato said, I've met Oprah in person in Elizabeth Park. That is on my bucket list, Sweet Potato. That is on my bucket list to meet her.
The next Oprah.
God willing, if God says so. Okay. He's also he has a 69-year-old, a 59-year-old, a 50, a 55, a 48, and a 31. I didn't know he had someone that young. With German actress Natasha Kinski. Wow, I wonder how many grandkids he had. I'm just doing a little reading, everybody, as I'm on here. I want to also get into the story about the young woman in Niagara Falls, and I do need to say that this may be a little triggering. But I did want to give an update on that. So, again, everybody, she did a walk. You had to register. They had helicopters and police on site. I already know, Sweet Potato, because when she comes to Chicago and she's going down different, like the 290 and stuff, they actually shut down portions of it when she's in Chicago. Oprah commands, okay? Oprah commands, as she should. And they be mad. But you know what? She went through a lot to be able to command that, okay? As she should. Let Oprah come anywhere that I'm going to be. You know she's going to be on the trail tomorrow with Kamala. She's going to be a part of the concert. Let's talk about election, y'all. You know I have not gotten out there yet, and I know some of y'all probably are the same way, but I bet you I get out there today. I bet you I get out there today. It is time to go to the polls. It's time, y'all. It is time. And still didn't vote. It's a shame. It is time to go to the polls, everybody. Get your butt to the polls. If you have not already, go to the polls. It is time. It is time, sweet potato. It is time, precious. It is time to go to the polls. I'm telling myself that as well. Get your butt out to the polls. It is time. It's time, y'all. Harris waltz all day long, and you know it, sweet potato, and you know it, okay? It's time. It has not been a time more important than this, y'all. Have y'all seen? So I've saved some things on TikTok, and I've saved some things, and I hope it's on my TikTok that I saved it. Did y'all see the flow? Did you see the flow back of him? Well, we're about to see it right now. We about to go into it right now. Now, why did this man, why did his followers, Sweet Potato said, I voted by mail 3 weeks ago. Oh, Sweet Potato, I'm glad you said that. That just brings up what I had to talk about here in our county of Erie. Yeah, why are some of the ballots missing? Why are some of the write-ins already? There's a right, y'all.
They still in votes.
Yeah, let me missing ballots in Erie.
They still in votes.
Right. Okay, y'all. I gotta say Erie County and say which one, because this is crazy. They're blowing up ballots, everybody. Okay. So this is in Pennsylvania, but I know I saw something about here in Buffalo. Okay, yeah, here it is. Let me bring it up. I'm going to bring this up because this is right here in our city, y'all. They setting ballots on fire. Yeah. Okay, y'all. Now they're saying Erie County, but they're making it seem, this is what messes me up with Erie and Erie, because there's an Erie here and there's an Erie in Pennsylvania. So we're going to get into the story because it's still relevant. Whether it's in this county or another county, it's still relevant because just like the real Rachel said, they are setting the ballot boxes on fire, y'all. Like this is really happening. They are trying to stop people from voting. Some people didn't even receive their voter registration cards. They burnt 2 ballot boxes in Oregon too. See, that's just crazy. That's just crazy. And then you know they're beefing up security. Lana, you know they're beefing up security by the White House and stuff. It's coming, y'all. It's coming. They're talking about all right, let's just get into this.
The election ballot fiasco continues tonight, just 4 days before the election.
We have just learned Election IQ, the company hired to print the ballots, missed a judge's 5.
Now, Election IQ is a vendor, everybody. It's a vendor that was hired to collect these ballots. So now I'm wondering, okay, how could you have lost these ballots? And you knew you had until 5:30 on Friday to produce all of these, and now you can't? So now people have to stand in line to cast their vote again. Something don't seem right, y'all. It just don't seem right. So now people, internet, do a search and find out who really is behind Election IQ, who sits on the board, because something's not right. Things like this just don't happen to just be happening, y'all. And they're paper ballots. Where are they? Sweet Potato said everyone should vote by mail or drop your ballots off at their city halls. We've got to go vote. And that's the issue right there, Sweet Potato. These are the ones people drop
hand
off.
Deliver all the missing ballots to the Erie County Board of Elections. The question tonight, now what? Jet 24 Action News is your local election headquarters. Brianna Malone has been at the...
And then I'm thinking, what about people like my mom, who passed away in July, and early voting here was sometime like in March or April? So she could have voted. What about people like my mom who passed away and already cast their vote and can't stand back in line to recast their vote? What then? That's my question. What then, y'all? Sweet Potato said, smarter, they're never going to stop the shenanigans. They aren't. And I have another video for you for y'all to watch of Trump. There's a few things that we got to talk about, y'all.
The courthouse. She joins us now in the studio with what's next. Brianna.
Jen and Sean, that's right. I spoke with Erie County Clerk Karen Chilcott, who says all of the ballots were not received and that they still are missing 7,450 ballots from Election IQ. Voters like.
Let me just rewind that a little bit. Right. This is the where I was reading yesterday.
150 ballots from Election IQ.
You just rewind that again, y'all, because I want to make sure y'all heard
Karen Chilcott, who says all of the ballots were not received and that they still are missing 7,450 ballots from Election IQ. Voters lined up outside of the election office at the Erie County Courthouse to cancel their mail-in ballots and receive a replacement ballot. A court hearing taking place today where Erie County Judge David Ridge sided with the County Board of Elections and demanded that Election IQ have the missing ballots at the election office by 5:30 this evening. That lawsuit pitting
everyone. This was Friday. They were supposed to have this done on Friday.
The PA Democratic and Republican parties against the Erie County Board of Elections. Chilcott says the Ohio-based vendor failed to uphold that court order.
What we wanted.
Again, everybody, the messiness in Ohio and Pennsylvania is real. How are election ballots already missing? How? DeMott is going to Quincy Jones. He said his contribution to the world of music, television, and arts was unprecedented. As an African American, he showed the world that classism has no place in the entertainment industry. Hey, Tamara. Okay. Yes. I didn't. You know what, DeMott? I gotta have you on that show so you can go more into that classism, because it does not have any place. But I'd like you to elaborate what happened in Niagara Falls. And I know I'm all over the place, you all, but I'm going to draw it in. Let's finish the Niagara Falls, sweet potato. So last week here in Niagara Falls, a young woman, and there's various stories going around, but a young woman and her children, a young woman intentionally, allegedly, jumped over Niagara Falls with her two children, 9 and 5 months old. Now, from the stories that I'm seeing, and there's plenty of them, but there's still an investigation going on, and someone is no longer here in their children, which is a part of the challenge. Now, there's a lot of stories going around saying that it could be due to a relationship. It could be postpartum. It can be a combination of those things. And again, at the same time, there is a young woman and 2 kids who are no longer here. And personally, I can tell you that postpartum is real. Personally, I can tell you some women do not attach to their babies. I've seen it happen. Personally, I can tell you that sometimes when you are carrying a baby, your body goes through a metamorphosis because it has to get ready to carry this baby. And unfortunately, your emotions are all over the place. I can remember with my last pregnancy, I cried every day. Every single day I cried, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day, because your body is no longer yours. And then you have this baby and life is still lifing. And I'm not saying that to say that she was right in what she did. I'm just telling y'all what the circumstances may have been. When you're out here and you are raising kids on your own, if you deal with a child for just a few hours, you can see that it is taxing. Imagine having that 24/7. You can't do anything but deal with this child. On top of that, you're trying to figure out what the HELL is going on with you, because it takes about a year, everybody. It takes about a year for a woman to even begin to start feeling normal again. And that's just from the inside. It takes about a year for us to get our it back together. And again, I'm not saying that, what was done was right, but I'm just trying to open up the door for you all to think on a higher level and to think, what would make someone do such a thing? What would make a woman want to not only unlife herself, but her children as well? You can't be in a right mental state. You can't. You know, one thing about women, when we are normally, when we are pregnant, you right away, you go into protection mode. It's just something that's in us. You go into protection mode, and the only thing you want to ever do right is protect that child. And when those senses are no longer there, that is a red flag, like something is going on. Sweet Potato said postpartum is real. Postpartum is very real. And you can't speak on it if you've never dealt with it. I see so much. I saw one post where a young girl was saying, you know, oh, why would you? Oh, because he didn't want you, you wanted to unlife yourself. That may not be something serious to you, but for somebody who's going through postpartum or feeling or going through depression and anxiety, that's something really real. That's something really real. So again, I would just like to encourage everybody to, you know, before you hop into judging anyone, you can't judge, especially if you've never walked in those shoes. It's one, you know, we are so judgmental in this society. You know, what about what happened? Where was everybody when she took the ride to the falls with her 2 kids? Where was everybody? It's just so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate. And my whole heart goes out to her family and her friends that's trying to come to grips with, you know, what coulda, shoulda, woulda happened, you know? Yeah, may God rest their souls. And then on top of that, Sweet Potato, it's Niagara Falls. You know how long it may be before their bodies are found. And then you have to have the family having to deal with that. And then, you know, it's Niagara Falls. It's Niagara Falls. You know, so moving on, everybody. Let me see. I had saved a few things that I wanted to show y'all. Let me see. Okay, so this one, again, I am going to play this video. It's on TikTok. It is of a parade or whatever. And yeah, get out and vote. That's all I'm going to say. Get out and vote, because we're going to have more of this. We're going to have more of this.
I'm going to try to stay calm. This is a Donald Trump MAGA float in Mount Pleasant, Pennsylvania, depicting Kamala Harris in chains walking behind him. Nah, fuck that. I'm going to fuck off. Are you kidding me? I swear, y'all will never beat the allegations of not being fucking... I swear. This is a wider view of this.
Yeah. So it was a racist float.
Some participants in a Halloween parade in Westmoreland County are coming under fire for their float.
Jessica Guay is live in the newsroom with more on that story. Jess?
Josh and Erica, photos of the float in last night's parade in Mount Pleasant show a utility vehicle decorated with American flags and Trump campaign signs. People dressed as Secret Service agents with what appears to be a rifle mounted on top, and a person dressed as Vice President Kamala Harris chained up and walking behind the cart. The photos have gone viral on social media, and the response is overwhelmingly negative, with many calling the float racist and offensive. The parade is put on by the Mount Pleasant Volunteer Fire Department. We've reached out to them with questions and have not yet heard back. The president of the NAACP Pittsburgh branch put out a statement in response to that float, saying in part, quote, "This appalling portrayal goes beyond the realm of Halloween satire or free expression. It is a harmful symbol and that invokes a painful history of violence, oppression, and racism that Black and brown communities have long endured here in America." They added, quote, "We urge the event organizers and local leaders to implement clear guidelines to prevent this type of hateful and hurtful display from occurring in the future. We also ask that they offer an apology and make a public commitment to anti-racist values that affirm the dignity and equality of all people," end quote. We spoke with the mayor of Mount Pleasant this afternoon, and she says that the borough will have more to say in a statement tomorrow. We'll keep you updated. Live in the newsroom, Jessica Guay, KDKA News.
And it goes on. And it goes on. That's not the only thing that I needed to show y'all. It was one more thing that I wanted to nope. It was the same thing. It was the same thing. Well, moving on. Let's get into something a little bit more happier, y'all, because I'm over Trump. I'm over Trump. I'm over it. Get out there and vote. Sweet Potato said, I feel for the people that live in that community that needs help during the fire. Would they care? Right. I was listening to Steve Harvey this morning, and he said something, because we know a lot of Black and brown people, a lot of people are going to be out there voting for Trump because they believe that he holds the key to the financial freedom that we all want. But with that financial freedom, the consequences is what I'm afraid of. That's what I'm afraid of. The consequences, because there could be so many of them. Do y'all think that, so January 6th happened, right? It happened. Do we really believe that they're just going to go away easy? I don't think so. I just don't. I don't think that they are going to give up that easy. They're talking about, here's the other one that I want to play. That is possibly going to be, I don't know if I can say blood. They're saying that it is possibly going to be something like January 6th happening.
Oil in the water.
Yeah. Sweet Potato said they need to know their history. And that's one of the things that they are trying to take away. So one of the issues that a lot of, I'll say, white supremacists are having is they feel as though their history is being erased. Even though, isn't that exactly what was done to so many people here? Hasn't everybody else's history already been erased? I can't trace my history back past 1860 something, y'all. Even doing my ancestry. I can't trace it back. But then you go on Ancestry and you see pictures of people from 1652. Because our history has been erased, but then they're mad because what was done to, what they did to everybody, they feel is being done to them, and how dare that be done to them. Like some of the conversations that I'm hearing, y'all, like I'm literally listening to a lot of interviews, and in some of these interviews, people are saying, well, it's about my family. I want to be able to feed my family. I don't want to have a struggle, and I don't want this, and I don't want that. And I'm like, dang, all of those things that you just named, I grew up like that. All of these things that you just named, that's what my life looked like. But you don't want that for yourself, right? You don't want that. It's all right for you to do that to other people, but God forbid if that is done to you, even though ain't nobody got their foot on your neck. But you believe that just because a lot of women aren't having babies, that's Black and white. I have 3 daughters. Ain't none of them checking for no kids. People just don't want to have that type of responsibility, especially look at this world that y'all leaving us. Who want to be out here having kids? So because people don't want to bring kids into this wretched world, because people are demanding equal rights, right? Sweet Potato said, do folks understand why Trump overturned Roe versus Wade? Exactly. Because a lot of women are deciding not to have kids. And a lot of women in certain states are deciding not to have kids. States that are primarily white. Y'all, it really don't even have anything to do with us, although we have been affected. If you are a woman living in America in some of these cities, you're going to be affected. But is it really about us? No, it's not, because we've been stopped having a lot of kids, y'all. We've been stopped having a lot of kids. Look at the statistics. We've been stopped having a lot of kids. 10 years ago, I read that in the next, I can't remember how many years, but Latin America is going to be the majority. It's not going to be white America. And that's the issue, y'all. Why do you think they keep trying to turn the immigrants and stuff away? Because they're afraid that they aren't going to have the power. It has nothing to do with nothing but power. They're afraid they aren't going to have the power that they've had for so long, over 400 years. They've had the power. They've been the majority. And I'm not talking about the nice people. I'm talking about the racists. Had their foot on everybody's neck. Even some other white people. I know white people that's racist to other white people because that person's Irish, that person's Polish. I mean, it's real, y'all. It's real. And because this has been going on for so long, And it's been the norm for so long, some people don't like it. And that's when you have the racists coming out because they're afraid. They're afraid to have done what they did to everybody. That's all I'm saying. Because the world is browning up, sweet potato. The world is browning up. Like you said, the world is going to look like my grandma. The world is already looking like my grandma. Everybody's dating everybody. Because for so long, so many people thought, oh, you have to date in your race. And now you can see, significantly, you can see the world is turning. Just like it already did, though, sweet potato. I feel like the world is doing what the world normally did. The challenges, classism and racism happen. The challenges, people start getting greedy and start enslaving people to build up a whole entire country. And then we go enslave you, and then we go put you in the doggone hood so you can never come up out of it. And then we go make it where you feel like you have to kill each other to get ahead. Yeah. Woo, child. Tell me this thing, man. When you open up your eyes and you see what really, really was done, you will see that what's going on in this election right now really has to do with them feeling that what they did to people is going to be done to them. That's what it's about, y'all. That and money, because people got greedy. Don't want us in charge. We just want equality, but they fear we want to treat them the way we got, and we don't even have it in a sweet potato. We are the most forgiving people. You got to be the most forgiving people when you can forgive the people that enslaved your ancestors. You got to be. You got to be the most forgiving people. And that's what they think, that we are going to enslave them. But we don't even, I don't even like going to the zoo. I promise y'all, I don't like going to the zoo because I'm like, dang, that was done to my ancestors. I don't want to see these animals. And yeah, they're animals, but aren't we all? There's a book called Sapiens. Read it. Aren't we all? We all evolved from something. Hey, bro, Mike, we all evolved from something. Bro, Mike, we are talking about a few things today. I'm going to invite you to come on. I don't know if you are working this morning. Thank you so much for the follow. But I'm going to invite my bro to come on up. Bro, Mike is one of the reasons why I am up here doing this podcast. And hey, boss baby, 40 grand rising to you, grand rising to you. I am young. I can rant on and on about this. I really can. Let the animals stay in their natural environment. Exactly, sweet potato. That's how I feel. I took my kids to the gym when the school went to the zoo. Because it bothers me. And especially the apes. Don't it just seem like the apes know what you saying, doing? Like they looking at you like, oh, you think you better than me because you're not behind bars, but don't you know that they will lock you right behind bars too? That's how I feel when I'm looking at the apes, and I just feel guilty because they're still there, knowing they shouldn't be. So on point, sister. Thank you, boss baby 40. Okay, bro, take your time. Hey, Sassy Marlena, thank you so much for joining. And everybody out there joining us today, make sure you subscribe to Green Links Media on YouTube, and make sure you like, share, and follow. Make sure you like, share, and I was trying to find that video, and I thought my sister had sent it to me, y'all, where he was talking about it's going to be a bee bath. Let me play this one about the ballots. Y'all. I really was trying to find the video where Trump was talking about, and don't be reading me and my sister messages on here.
The FBI joining the investigation now after 3 ballot drop boxes were set on fire in the Pacific Northwest, destroying hundreds of ballots. Images of burning paper being pulled out of a drop box. This is Vancouver, Washington, just before dawn this morning. And what officials are now saying voters should do. Here's our Chief Justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas, now.
Tonight, the FBI.
So everybody, they're stealing ballots already. The election it's tomorrow. So early voters, we have to worry about possibly ballots getting set on fire, getting stolen. I said, didn't me and Joanne say that we are not going to know who this election belongs to? I hope when we're sitting down for Thanksgiving that we know who this election belongs to. That's what thank you so much, boss baby. Appreciate that. I hope, sweet potato, that by the time we sit down, if you celebrate Thanksgiving, by the time we sit down, that we know who is going to be our president of this United States. So let me finish this about the ballots. Oh, I guess I don't want to play.
FBI on the hunt for a suspected arsonist behind 3 fiery attacks on ballot drop boxes, destroying hundreds of ballots in the Pacific Northwest.
We do have smoke coming out of the ballot box.
Officials say the fires, only miles apart in Portland, Oregon and Vancouver, Washington, were sparked by incendiary devices attached to the outside of the drop boxes.
Any form of voter intimidation, disruption, blocking of access, or vandalism at these sites will not be tolerated.
Authorities concerned that someone could get hurt, releasing a photo of the suspect's Volvo. This box set ablaze just before dawn in Vancouver, Washington. Officers prying open the box, then pulling out ballots still burning. An hour earlier in Portland, a second fire.
It looks like there's some kind
Hey, Sharice Rose. I voted early and I put my ballot in the post office corporate office box.
Luckily,
Never
only
a drop
3
box.
ballots
Yeah.
damaged because of fire suppressant inside the box. It comes as Homeland Security officials today issued a new bulletin warning that domestic violent extremists are posting online threats of violence toward election officials or infrastructure to prevent perceived fraud or to retaliate against it.
Everybody, I am not here to put fear in anybody. Hey, love. Hey, Layla. I'm not here to put fear in anybody. Just be careful. Sharice Rose over here on TikTok said, I voted early and I put my ballot in the post office corporate office, never a drop box. Never a drop box. That was smart, especially what's going on, Sharice. My vote don't count because I'm not in the swing state. Ugh. And that's why a lot of people won't vote, but at least you voted, Sharice, because some people, because they aren't in the swing state, they won't even go out and vote. That's another fear that we have right now because some people are not voting. I know people that aren't going to vote. Sweet Potato said they need to only have voter drop boxes at the post office. I agree. But that's part of why they do it. You know, Sweet Potato, they do it because they know that they can set ballots on fire. They know where they can wreak havoc, Debbie. They know where they can wreak havoc, Sweet Potato and Sharice, Brenda. They already know where they can wreak havoc. And wreak havoc they're going to do because that's what they do. Because that's what they do. Sharice said, my vote don't carry weight like Iowa does. I'm in California, but that's just like Georgia. That's why so many people are trying to get that state, Georgia. I'm glad I vote by mail well in advance, Sweet Potato said. Hey, Freedom Jackson, come on in. Hey, Yella, come on in, everybody. Those of you who are out there watching right now, have you already gone and voted? I know I've been talking about it all week and ain't got there yet, but I bet I get out there. I bet I vote. And I hope you all vote. Because it's important. Like I don't want to hear any complaints if you ain't even went to the polls. Like, don't get to complaining about what you don't have when you aren't even using a freedom that you have. Even some of you out there, yes. Hey, bro, Grand Rising T. Franklin. Even people who have felonies. A felony is not going to stop you depending on the state that you're in. A felony is not going to stop you. Again, depending on the state that you are in. I'm going to do an internet search. Can I vote with a felony? What states? A lot. Yep, it already came up. What states can felon vote? So if you are a felon, again, this is what National Conference of State Legislators is saying. That it has been a common practice in the U.S. to make felons ineligible to vote, and they do that on purpose, in some cases permanently. But over the last few decades, the general trend has been toward to reinstating the right to vote at some point, normally after they're off probation or parole or something like that. Again, this is a state-by-state policy, everybody. So you have to look, I think it is your state. Oh, where do you go? Do an internet search, everybody. Do an internet search. Currently, state approaches to felon disenfranchisement, meaning that your ability to vote is entirely taken away, varies tremendously. It's divided into 4 categories, and if you go on the ncsl.org, and I'll put it in here, ncsl.org. Bro said he already voted yesterday. Okay, let me put this. I am going to put the Control-C. I put the link here on YouTube and on Facebook. So if you are wondering, because you have a felony, if you can vote, go to Green Links Media, click on that link, and it'll take you to the page where you can see where you can vote. Sharice Rose said, I voted like 2 weeks ago. SA offenders can never vote. I didn't know that, Sharice. I didn't know that. And I have mixed feelings on that one.
But migrants will be able to vote.
For some, and that's crazy too. But you have to be a citizen to vote. And that's the other thing. I think I saw that story about what's going on in New York, where they're trying to determine if some of these votes are actually valid. And I'm wondering, Darren, like, can you just fill out for a voter registration card and be out here voting? Okay, come on up, bro. I don't know if it's going to let you come up again. Let me see if I can. Yep, I just sent it to you. Hey, bro. Grandest of risings. Did you go? What's your thought? Well, first off. Oh, you're fine. I ain't think, please. That's the last of my. I might have dog hair on me somewhere. What? Quincy Jones. What's your thoughts on that?
Man, yo, I was touched by that though. During the morning, I got the alert and everything, and wow,
right,
91 years old.
90.
He was legend, man. He put it all together, with a lot of major groups, Michael Jackson and a whole lot of others and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So my condolences.
Yeah. Sharice is talking about us voting. Now, early voting started. We were watching the news this morning. Early vote had already started in New York City and all of that. Yeah. What do you think? Is it going to be Trump or Kamala? What's your thoughts?
Well,
I already know. I seen you on your lives. I seen you on your lives.
Yes. And now here's the thing. When I go to work on the subway train, headed to work, now that's a touchy debate amongst ladies and stuff, like Caucasian women, because they don't like Trump. But I always get them every time like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, both of them is kind of flawless. But by the end of the day, I'm gonna go with Trump.
Yeah. I mean, it is perfectly and I'm happy that you are okay with saying your choice, because it really is your choice, because you are voting based on your needs and stuff. You know what I mean? So, but for you as a black male, because so many black males that I know are voting for Trump, like it's y'all just, I don't know if it's a masculinity thing, but what are your reasons for voting for Trump?
Man, I have sporadic different reasons. Well, for one, I know that he knows this country like the back of his hands, like a set of keys. Okay. Foreign policies is definitely up his alleys and stuff like that. I'm very moved in a positive way with taxes. Cutting the taxes, and being that I'm a first-time businessman, I am really, really, really gonna be excited for that though, because taxes is no joke. Not only that though, for Social Security, hey, listen, I mean, when we getting up there at age and stuff, we don't want to be taxed. And like what we say from back in the days, if old girl, which is Kamala, she's gonna be adding on to the taxes and the whole deal. So it's like a thing to where we need that, and also he stands by law enforcement. If you know what I mean, the dude, you know, if you know about Trump, you know how he get down with the law enforcement thing and stuff like that, and he don't play no games. So, in so many words, he stands on business. It's not just about the stimulus.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because he had to get that right from the House and everything to be governing. So, you know, my thing is that though, beside the fact that, you know, the comedian was saying stuff about the Puerto Rican community, about, you know,
hey,
like
bestie.
Yes, you know, I'm just like, well, that was the comedian said it, but then it was in Trump's alley because he invited the comedian
up there
to say that. But however, strangely so, there's still Puerto Ricans, Hispanics
that's voting for Trump.
Saying that want to vote for him.
A lot. That I fully believe that's one of the reasons why he was able to win.
Yes.
Last term, the past term. Now I'm going to go into what Sharice is saying, because Sharice is agreeing with you. She said, I'm going to say Trump because the U.S. isn't ready for a woman president, and we talked about that last week, y'all. Some of these foreign dignitaries aren't going to be ready for a woman president. I talked about a restaurant here in the city of Buffalo that I walked into. It was it was a Muslim brand. It was a halal restaurant. Would not acknowledge me, would not speak to me. People came in after me. I was a woman. I walked in by myself, and I was told that one of the reasons why it probably didn't happen is more of a respect thing. And if in certain religions, if you look at a woman, you aren't supposed to look at a woman and lust after a woman. Like you aren't supposed to do that. And I walked in by myself. I didn't walk in with a man.
Right. You know what? I was telling Big Mike about that, but it's in the opposite way. It was like, okay, where I live at, there is a heavy community of those type of people, right? So, you know, Pakistanis and stuff like that, and Punjabis. So, and it's like a thing to where now they don't know me personally now, okay? And I wouldn't be surprised if they followed me, but I don't think so. It's a Kamala thing, you know what I'm saying? So they're like, if I'm wearing a suit and tie, they're looking at me up and down now. Once upon a time, when there was no Kamala in the race, you know, they would just look the other way or just say, you know, and stuff like that. But now they're looking at us up and down and stuff like that, like we ain't S, you know what I'm saying? And for the fact of the matter is that it has a lot to do with Kamala. But Kamala, now she's the opposite of Trump, okay? She's more like for the rhetoric of, you know, I call it the modern day lynching.
You think so? So Sharice is saying Trump is going to tax the poor, which, I mean, that's what's being done. And we had this conversation the other day, and you tell me if you feel like this. When Trump was in office, I did have more money in my pocket. That's the truth. I did, but at the expense of racism and more George Floyd's? No, absolutely not. Because God is going to provide. Right. I can have one less dollar in my pocket and somebody still living, and me not have to worry because my kids and me are black and brown, that they may not come home because a racist cop has been given all of this power. And now they can just take my child out because they want to visit Miami, Florida. And the stay in your ground law is really real. Right. You know what I mean? Like, those are the things that I worry about with Trump. Yeah. You know, and Sharice is agreeing with a lot you're saying. Sharice is saying that she didn't vote for either, y'all. Okay. Sharice, she said that it's not her. Kamala hasn't done anything or talked in the White House in the last 4 years. I agree. I agree, bro. What's your thoughts on? And you had went in on, you know, your feelings with Kamala.
Yeah. She's like I call it the modern day, you know, slavery act though of like lynching. You know what I'm saying? Because you see, once upon a time when she was a DA in California, right?
Respect,
she
Sharice.
was known for, you know, wrongly convicting black men
But hasn't that been found to be false, or there's some truth to it?
I'm going by what I've been seeing. I don't know anyone from California, but actually I can.
Oh, Sharice is saying it's not false.
It's not false. Okay, so it's like a thing to where we can't take a chance. We can't afford to keep taking chances because America is going flat, like Trump said. You know what I'm saying? And it really is. You know what I'm saying?
Sharice. Oh, wait a minute. Let me pause for a minute because you can't see what she. So Sharice, everybody, full and fair disclosure. Sharice is agreeing with some of what Bro Mike is saying. Both of them. Well, Sharice is saying she's not voting for either. But she does not. She's saying that she's from California. Sharice is actually she's online and she's from California, and she's saying that no, it's not false. Some of these allegations about Kamala, and I thought, did you see the thing with what's his name? Jim Brown? What's the Jim Jones? What's his name? Brown? What was his name? He was saying all of this stuff. He was on stage talking about Kamala, and I thought it was a farce. But then I saw him. They grabbed him again, and he's saying because of what she did in California is one of the reasons why he doesn't want to vote for her.
Was he a pastor?
He wasn't. I thought he was a football player or something. Jim Brown. Yeah, Jim Brown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. She's bad news. She's just
Joe Brown.
All these celebrities, all these celebrities that she got that she's being endorsed from. I believe that's all gaslighting the stage and everything. You know what I'm saying? It's gaslighting and stuff like that. It's cap. You know what I'm saying? Because she's not going to ordinarily do what she says she's going to do. It's just like a front. It's a front. You know what I'm saying? That's what I believe,
And a lot of people are afraid of that.
Yeah.
A lot of people are afraid of that. And me too. I can't lie because I lean, if I'm being honest, I'm neither Democrat or Republican. I thought I was Democrat. And then I happened to look at my voters registration card and I'm for the working party. And I said, yeah, that makes sense. And then I remember one of the reasons why I am for the working party, because I have been working class. Like this is really my first time doing entrepreneur stuff like you. I'm doing the entrepreneur stuff. But at the same time, I would rather not have hate as our president. I just don't. And I get it. Like he just doesn't have the same experiences as we do. Like being broke to him is probably just having $100 million. You know what I mean? And not billions. That's probably so it's the experience where Kamala, she's more, she knows what it looks like to really fight for the American dream because she's been in it. She really is. But I get it also because I lean more on the Republican side because I don't believe that people should just be handed anything. I think that when you work for it, that's when you really get the rewards. And that's how I feel. I don't know, bro.
I think she got a little bit of back and forth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She got a little bit of back and forth. Because how can you cry about busing and then pass the bill on the Stockton Tris?
What's up, Big Mike?
What's good?
All right. It's early.
It's late. Time way back.
Grand rising.
Yes, it is, everybody. Yes, it is. Well, we are already past our time. I want to thank you, bro, for joining me today. Much love to you. If y'all are not following Bro Mike, make sure you follow Bro Mike. Bro Mike is the reason why I even know what a podcasting producer is. I had not known until I was on Barbershop and Mike's, and Bro Mike actually opened up this door for me to become all of this when I was over. And I appreciate you for that, Bro Mike. You did that.
I have so much going on, and with the business and stuff like that. It's one of the priorities, but I really want to bring Barbershop and Mike's back. And
on over the green links. Come on over to Green Links.
I'm
Come on over to my place.
I'm like, I'm coming out.
Word up, right?
So, my thing is that in a tribute also to you and stuff like that, and also with Jasmine, y'all two was like the first two ladies and stuff like that, though, to step on board and stuff like that, though, So this is gonna be great to see comedy. I have one comedy person. Oh, and where I was at yesterday and stuff like that, I'm going to be working on my acting and stuff like that as well on the side and everything. Yeah. And so I was given a flyer. I'm gonna shoot it out to Big Mike. It's gonna be on a location in Queens, New York.
Okay.
Where comedians are gonna be there. So, it'll be a great time to be able to come out and check out the comedians. It's gonna be in November, so I'll post it out and stuff like that.
Okay.
And whatnot. Maybe you may be in town and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, definitely keep us updated. I will be there. Yes, and Joker's hoodies. Make sure you grab one of my bros' hoodies. That joint's so fire. Get your order in. Get your order in for my bros' hoodies. Let me go to his page. Let me go on over to my bros' page and just what do you call it? Stalk his page real quick. Let's stalk Joker's page real quick, y'all, so we can see what it is that I'm talking about.
We got the Christmas colors on the jump.
Yeah, I believe y'all that he's gonna have some black ones coming in. So make sure y'all hit my bro up on here and make sure you are following bro Mike. Let him know where to follow you at, bro, while we are pulling up.
On here, it's bro Mike 70. Definitely so. Check me out and whatnot though. And then you can also check me on my IG at mcalljr@gmail. Okay, you can definitely check me out on there. Those are the latest two platforms that I like to, get on and blog and stuff like that and the whole deal. And whatnot, I like Facebook, but kind of Facebook's been flat. You know what I'm saying? Me and Big Mike had a debate before about TikTok. Now I got a question for you, sis.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about the threats about TikTok?
Let's talk about that. I'm glad you said that. So I seen the commentary that's going on. Let me pull it up. I think personally that TikTok is powerful. I think that it may be one of the first times, and it's crazy to think this, y'all, because we don't band together, but I think that it may be one of the first times that the American people come together and be like, oh, HELL hockey sticks, no. TikTok is going to end January 20. That's what they're saying. But do you think that that's going to happen, Sharice? Because it has, we even being on the morning show podcast last year, we reported on it so many times and it hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet, y'all. And it really is a race to try and figure out TikTok ending in January. Let me see, ending in January 2025. Let me see what they're saying. I don't think it's going to happen. So Biden wants ByteDance to sell its interest in TikTok. That's what they want. They want them to sell, and they want somebody in America to buy it because, again, they are afraid that our data, which they already have, y'all, if you purchase from Temu, if you purchase from Shein, if you purchase from anybody overseas, they're capturing your information. But they are afraid that they have too much of our information, but yet, and still, they're the ones that opened up the doors for us to even do all of this. Like they're the ones that decided to send customer service overseas. Right. Like the businesses did this, but now the American people are deciding to shop at places like Temu and Shein, and they want to cut all of this stuff up. They want to impose tariffs and stuff. Y'all, this world is entirely crazy. But yeah, back to, I don't think it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. And they're trying to say it is, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think it should either, because the fact that I like the momentum of the viewers. You know what I'm saying?
On TikTok,
from each and every foreign country and city and state. Now you know how it goes. It's like,
I believe so, Sharice.
Followers, jump on somebody else's joint, and then you get numbers to boost up in the whole deal. So there's definitely opportunity with that in the whole deal. You know, I would like to see somebody from America purchase it though, you know, and still keep it running and keep it the same way. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, it's definitely TikTok is a winner. In my book, you know.
Well, January 15th is the date that it can theoretically be banned. Is it going to happen? I don't know. So Sharice is saying if Kamala were to say she will continue TikTok, she would win. I agree. She probably would. She probably missing out on something there. And she's also saying it's banned. Where is TikTok? Is TikTok banned in the US? Let me see. Oh, wow. If you work from the government. So as of April 2023, everybody, at least 34 out of the 50 states announced or enacted bans on state or government agencies. We talked about that. Employees and contractors. So if you have a phone and you work for the government, you can't have TikTok on your phone. They banned it. Yeah. But it does not prohibit civilians from having or using the apps on their personal devices. Ooh wee. Ooh, what about your granddaughter? Does your granddaughter get on?
Yeah, my granddaughter, nah, she's not yet. Not yet and everything. She's under the weather and stuff like that, and my grandson and stuff like that. So, you know, yeah.
Oh,
but
wow.
They'll be getting better. They'll be getting better and stuff like that.
So yeah. TikTok is TikTok. Let me see. Yeah. So Montana, thank you for that, Sharice. Montana is the first state in the nation to ban TikTok and prohibit mobile application stores from offering TikTok within the state. Wow. Yeah. But I know there has to be some workarounds. You don't have to say you live in Montana to have TikTok. No. Unless they're using GPS technology.
Gotta go.
Unless
I think they should create an American version of TikTok and stuff. What you think?
Well, we do have it, bro. In China they don't have open TikTok like we do. We can go on TikTok and we can see all types of stuff. They filter theirs. Oh, your cell phone won't allow it. Wow, Sharice. Sharice, I want to thank you for coming on today. Whatever made you pass by and come on to the Vet Green Show, I want to say thank you so much because you definitely provided a great conversation between you and Bro Mike, especially as far as Trump and as far as this. I didn't know that TikTok was banned anywhere in the U.S. So it's banned in Montana, y'all. So if you are watching from Montana, I'm sorry, you can't even see. You can only see the TikToks that Vet Green plays. I love you right back, Sharice. And
Mike is looking for a podcaster.
Yeah. And also, if you are interested in being a part of a podcast that we are creating right this minute, we had a soft show about a week or so ago on a Saturday. We have a movie review podcast that's going to be starting up in about 2 weeks. Yeah, the 13th. The 13th? Yeah. It's going to be starting up November 13th. If you are interested in being a part of a movie review podcast, and you may be a movie buff, into movies, stuff like that, old and new, it's not going to just be new movies. We aren't going to try and break your pockets or anything. Hit me up. It's not going to cost you anything but your time, efforts, and consistency. Don't hit me up if you are not ready to be consistent and you are not ready to put some time in this, because you could potentially make some money from this. So you're not putting anything in except time, effort, and consistency. But if you are really, really serious about being a part of a podcast, it's going to be on a Saturday at 10 a.m. No, we haven't figured out the time, but it's going to be on a Saturday. Okay. Let me know and you can be a part of it. Like I started with Barbershop and Mike's. Yep. I started on Bro Mike's podcast and you know, yeah.
And voila.
Yeah, sometimes all you need is a start. You just need somebody to come in and say, "Oh, you didn't know this door was locked. Let me open it for you." And open the door and just let me walk through. And thank you, God, for that. I appreciate you, Bro Mike.
No doubt.
Much love to you. Much love to you, E. Digger, Don. Much love to everybody out there. Big shout out to Don over at the Evening Rush. Big shout out to E. Digger from Charm City Direct TV. Both of them producers. Thanks to bro Mike. And big shout out to my bro the Joker. And make sure in Boss Bank. And make sure you hit my bro up. Make sure you hit him up.
To E. Rush and E. Digger for getting me forward with the barbershop and mics and the whole deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he did.
Originals.
Yeah, he did. Big shout out to E. Digger and all of them. I miss all of us being together. Make sure you, my bro and Kitty Quinn will be on 91.3 FM WBNY on Wednesday from 4 to 6 p.m. Make sure you hit him up and make sure, like I said, hit my bro up for one of his shirts. They are nice. Hoodies. Holiday hoodies. Exactly. Hit them up.
Get them while they hot.
Hit them up, and they are on sale. They're on sale, everybody.
Pre-order.
His name is Franklin Stewart. His name, as a matter of fact, I'll put out. His name is Franklin Stewart. Hey, Shakenya. All praises to you, love. I'm sending you lots of peace and blessings this morning. You definitely have been on
Hey, sis,
my mind.
We need to have an anniversary show.
We do.
An anniversary show from where they at, bring Jasmine and stuff like that. Even if we could try to find the original Jasmine, you know what I mean? Because that was a Mike creation as well when the whole deal, you know what I mean? If you can find her, that would be nice.
That would be nice. That would be nice. We are gonna have a barbershop and Mike's reunion. That was one of my mom's favorite shows.
Absolutely.
And my daughter,
we should have the cake from Envy's Creations and everything like that.
Definitely that. Big shout out to Envy.
Yeah, big shout out Envy.
Envy is Creations. Envy, I need some shirts, jackets. You already know.
All the merch.
Yep, all the merch. So make sure, again, everybody, I'm down with it, bro. We need to have a barbershop and Mike's reunion. That would be dope.
An anniversary and shit like that. Bring back the original people and everything like that, you know what I mean?
We used to have fun. Oh, you already know, bro. We didn't already show the hoodie. About to show it one more again as we going out.
Pre-order.
Pre-order.
Put your pre-orders in now today.
Put your pre-orders in now today. He has some black ones that's going to be coming in very, very soon.
Yeah, we taking all the black ones.
Yes, we are.
We taking all the black ones.
So get it going.
All the black ones go back to Brooklyn.
Get them while they're on sale. He might have some Black Friday deals also, some 2-4s, depending. You know, I think Franklin has definitely put enough into us. He's given us enough free 99s that we can give him $199. Just $199, not $199, just $99. Or if you catch them on sale, I believe they were they were on sale this past weekend. So if he's going to bring that back or not, I'm not sure. Keep checking my bro's page, but like we said, pre-order right now. They're out here. They're dope too. I'm loving my hoodie. So we are going to leave up out of here right now, everybody. I want you all to have a wonderful, 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 wonderful on purpose. Hey, Tina T, we just about to leave up out of here, Queen. I hope you have a wonderful day on purpose. Thank you again, bro, for joining me today. No, this is the Vet Green Show. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure if you have not already, you follow and subscribe to Green Links Media on YouTube. Follow my bro right here. Follow my babe in the back, Big Mike, or don't. That was a jealous me. That was a jealous me. That was a jealous me, y'all.
Cutthroat.
Who more jealous?
Cutthroat.
Who more jealous? Who more jealous?
Cutthroat.
Me or you?
You.
I am. Well, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week on purpose, y'all. I love y'all all life. We are going to leave up out of here with my girl, Rachel J, singing This Opening Faded. Have a wonderful day on purpose, y'all. Thank you.
Man, I can't come down, it's only up from here. I can't shake this high. yeah, I know it's real. When I'm seeing tone, people tell me what's the deal. Man, I'm feeling like David when I do my dance. I'm fading in the spirit. My vision kinda blurry. I'm feeling kinda woozy. I'm fading in the spirit. My vision kinda blurry. I'm feeling kinda woozy. Yeah. Come on, Jesus Christ, tell me what's the deal. I'm feeling kinda dizzy, and ain't pop the pill. I'm high on cloud nine and I'm feeling fine. And ain't the only one who want it, no crocodile. I'm feeling faded and it feel real good to me. What's the secret? Tell me what you do to me. I'm high in the spirit, feeling real woozy. I'm feeling like David, tell him get I'm high though, off that Christ though, going psycho. I run around doing cartwheels like a hypo. You feeling me? Don't be killing me. You're illing me. Demons on my back, yeah, they be drilling me. I tell you 3 times like a trilogy. Eating up his word and give me energy. Tell the filthy devil, get up off of me. Saying you gotta pay, ain't nothing free. Can't come down, it's only up from here. I can't shake this high off, yeah, I know it's real. When I'm seeing tone, people tell me what's the deal. Man, I'm feeling like David when I do my dance. I'm fading in the spirit.
Yeah,
My
this is kinda blurry. I'm feeling kinda woozy.
I'm fading in the spirit.
Yeah, this is kinda blurry.
I'm
feeling kinda woozy.
Yeah.
In between night, the top spot is up for grabs, bro. Mid was native, so I never lack. Got my numbers up like Chicago be doing with the tax, though. Hype it, I ain't smoking on the wax, yeah. Man, I can't deny it, got a sober mind, yeah. Fire in my eyes, different kind of high. Mask off Mick Foley, I'm a Russell with the trophies. Low-key Kobe, wave emojis till I get a flood of rolling, yeah. All of my homies, they flex, yeah. I'm still when I throw up the set, and then they invested a check and I came out of prayer, you see the effects. Educated and intelligent, baby, I'm celibate, can't get ahead of it. Homie, it's evident, I got the evidence, working from presidents, up the veterans. You see all the demons had him up against. Jesus came to my defense. Highly favored, they don't need to choose me. Make a sway with the vibes, that's a movement.
Can't come down, it's only up